Wait, before you close this video, I need you to see this. What if I told you there's a substance in your kitchen right now, costing less than $1, that can make your leather seats look exactly like the day you bought your car? No, it's not a social media trick. It's not an ad for some expensive product. It's chemistry. And the leather industry has spent decades trying to keep you from discovering it. Stay with me. Because the most important part is at the end. Let's be honest, we've all been there. You get into your car one day and notice it. The leather that used to shine is now dull, dry, covered in tiny cracks that look like years of neglect. Maybe there's a stain that won't come out. Maybe the leather is even starting to peel at the edges. And you think, I need to take this to a professional. You call. They give you the price, and right then you feel it in your stomach. $200? $300 just to make the leather come back to life? That's not a service. That's a business designed to make you come back every 6 months. And the worst part? The products sold in stores, those leather conditioners with fancy names and sleek bottles, aren't the real solution either. They're temporary fixes. They're businesses disguised as solutions. But there's something no one is telling you, and that something is in your kitchen. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered what leather is actually made of? Leather is skin, processed animal skin. And skin, whether yours or your car seat's, has a fundamental biological need: fat, natural lipids that keep it flexible, hydrated, alive. When your car's leather is manufactured, it's treated with special oils. But over time, sunlight, air conditioning, and daily use gradually strip away those oils. The leather dries out from the inside. It becomes stiff. It cracks. And do you know what extra virgin olive oil contains? Oleic acid, squalene, vitamin E, polyphenols. The exact same compounds that scientists synthesize in labs to create those leather conditioners that cost $40, $60, even $90 a bottle. They're not inventing anything new. They're selling you something you already have. And that, my friend, is what the industry doesn't want you to know. In 2014, researchers from the Polytechnic University of Milan, one of Europe's most important centers for design and engineering, published a study on the degradation of natural leather in car interiors. Their conclusion was brutal. 80% of the visible deterioration of leather in vehicles is not caused by physical wear. It is caused by the dehydration of internal lipids. In other words, leather doesn't break down because you use it. It breaks down because it loses its natural oils. And here's the part that never made the headlines. In that same study, they compared different rehydrating agents, mineral oils, silicones, vegetable waxes, and cold-pressed vegetable oils, including olive oil. The results showed that monounsaturated vegetable oils, like the oleic acid found in olive oil, penetrated the collagen fibers of leather with efficiency similar to or even greater than high-end synthetic products. Similar or greater. Why? Because collagen, the base protein of leather, has a natural chemical affinity with organic fatty acids. Science doesn't lie. Numbers don't lie. But marketing can. And while you're spending $60 on a bottle of premium leather conditioner, someone in a lab knows perfectly well that olive oil does almost the same thing. Stay with me, because now I'm going to explain exactly how it works, and then give you the full step-by-step process. At a microscopic level, leather has a structure similar to a sponge. Thousands of interwoven collagen fibers that, when properly lubricated, are flexible and glossy. When they lose their lipids, those fibers stick together, become rigid, and start breaking from the inside out. Extra virgin olive oil works on 3 levels. First, penetration. Oleic acid has a molecular chain small enough to infiltrate between collagen fibers, rather than just sitting on the surface. That's what cheap products fail to do. They stay on top. Olive oil goes in. Second, hydration. Once inside, the oil's lipids form a protective film around each fiber. This restores flexibility. It's the same principle used by high-end moisturizers for human skin. Third, oxidative protection. Here's what nobody mentions. The vitamin E in extra virgin olive oil is a powerful antioxidant. It slows down the oxidation of leather caused by UV light. In simple terms, it delays aging. 3 mechanisms. $1. 0 artificial chemicals. Let's talk numbers, because these numbers might surprise you. The global leather and automotive upholstery care industry is valued at over $4.2 billion annually. In the United States alone, drivers spend an average of $380 per year maintaining their vehicle interiors. And do you know how much of that money goes to products that essentially replicate what olive oil does? More than 60%, according to consumer analyses published by automotive industry magazines. Take a look at the ingredients in your favorite leather conditioner. Look for terms like hydrogenated castor oil, squalene, or oleic acid derivatives. These are all derived from vegetable oils, processed in a lab, packaged with a sleek label, and sold with a 400% profit margin. It's not a dirty secret, it's a business model. They're selling you the same thing you already have at home, but packaged in a way that makes you feel like you need that specific product to protect your investment. But the real investment is information, and that's exactly what you're getting today. Let's do the math quickly. A professional leather treatment at a detailing shop, between $150 and $400 per session, recommended every 3 to 6 months. A bottle of a well-known brand leather conditioner, between $25 and $90. It lasts about 4 applications. 1 liter of good quality extra virgin olive oil, $8 to $12. Enough for more than 30 full applications on a vehicle. That's less than $0.48 per application, 39 cents, versus $150 at a shop. If you apply this method every 2 months for a year, you'll spend less than $3, compared to the $900 you could spend at detailing shops. That's an $897 difference per year, just on leather care. And the visual result, as you'll see in the comments from thousands of people already doing it, is practically identical. In 2022, a TikTok video posted by a mechanic in Florida showed the before and after of leather seats from a 2009 BMW 5 Series. The leather was cracked, dull, almost dead. He used olive oil, just olive oil. After 2 applications, 48 hours apart, the leather regained flexibility, natural shine, and a fully restored texture. The video racked up 11 million views in 72 hours. The comments were chaotic. People who had tried it and confirmed the results. Shop owners who were angry. Representatives from leather care brands trying to discredit the method without presenting any real technical arguments. Why such a strong reaction? Because it hit a nerve. On YouTube, searches for olive oil leather seats have grown by 340% over the past 2 years, according to Google Trends. This isn't a trend, it's a movement. And it makes historical sense too. Before the industrial era, makers of saddles, coats, and leather furniture used vegetable oils, mainly olive oil and linseed oil, to cure and maintain leather for centuries, without laboratories, without marketing. The knowledge was always there. It was just buried. All right, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Here's exactly what you need to do. No complications. What you need? Extra virgin olive oil. Darker green color indicates a higher concentration of antioxidants. 2 clean microfiber cloths. A spray bottle with warm water. Gloves if you have sensitive skin. Step 1, pre-cleaning. Before applying anything, the leather must be clean. Use a slightly damp cloth with warm water and wipe the entire surface in circular motions. This removes dust and built-up surface oils. Let it dry for 10 minutes. Step 2, test on a small area. Always test on a hidden area first. The back of the seat, for example. Apply a small amount of oil and wait 15 minutes. If there's no discoloration or unusual reaction, continue. Step 3, application. Pour an amount about the size of a quarter onto the microfiber cloth, never directly onto the leather. Apply in small circular motions, covering sections about 20 centimeters, 8 inches at a time. Don't use too much oil at once, less is more. Step 4, absorption. Let the leather absorb the oil for 20 to 30 minutes. You'll notice the texture changing visually as the oil penetrates. Step 5, remove excess. With the second clean microfiber cloth, gently wipe away any excess. If there's a visible oily film, you've used too much. No problem, just remove it completely and repeat with a smaller amount. Step 6, second coat, optional for heavily damaged leather. If the leather is very dry or cracked, wait 48 hours and repeat the process. Severely deteriorated leather may require up to 3 sessions. Recommended frequency, once every 2 months in warm climates, once every 3 months in colder climates. Now, I want to be completely honest with you, because if I only tell you the good parts, this wouldn't be useful. It would be advertising. There are 2 real drawbacks you should know. First, olive oil is not invisible. If you apply too much or don't properly remove the excess, it can leave a slightly greasy feel on the seats. Especially in summer when temperatures rise, that residue can become uncomfortable. The key is quantity. Less is always more. Second, on very light-colored leather, beige, white, pearl gray, there's a possibility that the oil may slightly darken the tone over time. It's not permanent, but in those cases, it's strongly recommended to do a patch test and observe the result for 48 hours before applying it to the entire surface. With black, brown, burgundy, or other dark leathers, this is not an issue. That's everything you needed to know. The information the industry would rather you never discovered. A method with centuries of history and scientific backing. The one trick that replaces $300 treatments. And now it's in your hands. If this video opened your eyes, do me a small but powerful favor. Hit the like button right now. Not because I need it, but because it helps this kind of content reach more people who are overpaying without knowing there's an alternative. Share this video with someone who owns a car with leather seats. that friend who just spent a fortune at a detailing shop, your family, anyone you think needs this. And if you're not subscribed yet, do it. Because in the next videos, I'll be revealing more secrets like this, about tires, about paint, about air conditioning, information that workshops and big brands would rather you keep ignoring. Subscribing is free. Knowledge is priceless. See you in the next video. And remember, the most informed always wins.